Do you need a great marketing tool to advertise your business or event? Then use Ottumwa Coasters. Get your business or event on drink coasters featured in Ottumwa's most popular restaurants. It's the most fun and effective way to reach the community. Starting at just $199, you get 1,000 coasters delivered to Ottumwa's most popular restaurants. Look for Ottumwa Coasters on Facebook or call or text 573-932-0111.
Everything you need to know to start your day. The Morning Wake Up is streaming live with Steve Shetler.
Oh, good morning to you, Southeast Iowa and world of the internet. My name is Steve Shetler. We are doing the Morning Wake Up on a Thursday, December 7th. Hey, we do thank Ottumwa Coasters for bringing us our Morning Wake Up, and you can get your event, your business advertised on Ottumwa Coasters. Like and follow them on Facebook and see what they're all about. You can shoot Elizabeth a message and talk to her and get things rolling for your event or your business, and you can get your stuff in front of all of the fine folks in Ottumwa, Iowa, as these coasters go out to all of the most popular restaurants in Ottumwa. So again, get your logo, get your event, get your fundraiser, get your business in front of the eyeballs of a bunch of people in Ottumwa with Ottumwa Coasters. And they're also doing a special deal right now that if you want to sponsor coasters for your favorite nonprofit, you can do that as well and help somebody else out. So a good deal going on there with Ottumwa Coasters bringing us our Morning Wake Up. A look at our forecast is next. It's sponsored by Amy's Salon House and Spa in Sigourney. Good morning to you, Katie. Hey, you can call or text Amy's Salon House and Spa for an appointment, 641-622, 622. Getting my numbers mixed up, 622-3772, or stop in at 202 North Main in Sigourney. You can do that for hair services, spa services, extensions. I can't talk this morning. Products, tanning, and more. That's Amy's Salon House and Spa in Sigourney. And today, wow, look at that forecast for today. Sunny and 60. And we're we are a week into December. And we're going to see 60 degrees. South to southwest winds blowing up to about 20 miles per hour. So those south winds blowing in that warm air today, a high around 60 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 41, still on the breezy side. Tomorrow, another beauty and not as windy. Partly sunny and 56 for your Friday. West to southwest winds only around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Maybe some rain tomorrow night. That rain is likely before midnight. And then gradually looks like we'll clear off a little bit for Friday night. A low of 35. Saturday, sunny, breezy, and cooler. A high of 43. So enjoy today. Enjoy tomorrow. Those temps, pretty crazy for this time of the year. We thank Amy's Salon House and Spa in Sigourney for sponsoring our forecast. Hey, speaking of Amy's is part of our first Christmas giveaway. Now, if you tuned in yesterday morning, you know that Neil and I drew out of the hat what businesses we were going to feature on our first giveaway of the Christmas season. And we've got $25 gift cards and gift certificates to not only Amy's Salon House and Spa, but also Walker Drive-Thru. We've got the Garden Gate. We've got James Family Greenhouse. And we've got Bee's Sweet Treats. All of these in Sigourney. So, again, that's $125 worth of gift cards and gift certificates that you can win here on Steve Shetler Media on Facebook specifically. You have to do that magical trio of like, share, and comment. So make sure you hit the like, make sure you make a comment, and make sure you share the post. If you do all three of those, you will be in the running to win all 5 of those gift cards and gift certificates. Great for a stocking stuffer this Christmas season. Maybe a gift for yourself after a year of 2023. Whatever you want to do with these things, they are up for grabs. Just to scroll down my news feed a little bit if you haven't done that yet. I think like 300 people have liked, shared, and commented. So do that. Be in the running. We'll pick our winner for these 5 certificates coming up on Monday. And don't fall. I'm kind of close. I gotta adjust this just a little bit. My face is like right in your face, and it's making me uncomfortable. Yep, there we go. Back up just a hair. Sorry about that. Let's see here. So don't fall for the scammers. Whenever I do a giveaway, when anybody ever does a giveaway on Facebook, you're going to get the scammers. You're going to get people that imitate me in this instance. It's going to say Steve Shetler Media. It's going to look legit. But then they're going to start asking for your credit card information and other things like that. It's a scam. I would never, ever ask you for credit card information or to fill out anything. So don't fall for it. Don't get scammed because it's easy to do. It's easy to fall for. Scammers, they got it down pat on how to get people. So don't fall for it. I've had some people message me. They're like, is that you that's telling me to give your credit card information? Don't do it. So watch out for the scammers. Beware. I would never, ever, 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 ever ask you for any credit card information or anything like that. But do like, share, and comment that Christmas giveaway that I am doing. Let's hype up a couple other things. We've got Gemma Bryce coming to Sigourney tomorrow. Looking forward to this. Gemma is super talented, a young lady from Oskaloosa, and she's going to be bringing us some tunes. I'm going to be interviewing her tomorrow at Barnwired in Sigourney from 11:30 to noon. So stop in, get a coffee, get a drink, get some lunch, sit back and relax, have a good time, and enjoy the music and interview right in front of you, right in person at Barnwired tomorrow. Or if you can't make it, of course, just watch here on Steve Shetler Media on Facebook and YouTube. But Gemma Bryce going to be hanging out at Barnwired tomorrow. Coming up tomorrow night, we will have Keota Eagles basketball. It's going to be the boys in action. We're going to have JV boys basketball tomorrow, followed by varsity boys basketball as Tri-County is at Keota tomorrow night. Our coverage starts at 6, so tune in. Jenny Hobbs is going to be helping us out on commentary as Eddie needs the night off. So we've got Jenny Hobbs and Andy McGuire. So Jenny and Andy doing the commentary tomorrow night for Keota Eagles basketball. Make sure you tune in starting at 6 o'clock. Hey, do want to make you aware, of course, we do our sports section coaches show Saturday morning at Brothers Market in Sigourney. They've got a great sale going on this weekend, the 8th and the 9th. That is Friday and Saturday. You can see the deals there. I'm not going to try to read them all to you. Just know that they have some great prices on different things. They've got door prizes and free samples. I think Santa might be there. Don't quote me on that. I'm just doing this by memory right now. But nonetheless, bring the kid. Yeah, well, there it is right now. I totally looked over that. It's bring the kids in to see Santa tomorrow night from 5 to 7. Door prizes, free samples. There you see some of the other great deals. Ooh, Swiss rolls. I like Swiss rolls. 5 for $10. Wow, I might have to do that. Again, that's Friday and Saturday. Brothers Market, 2-day sale, Friday, Saturday, the 8th and the 9th. Santa there tomorrow night. Santa! I know him! So make sure you check that out at Brothers Market. Another thing you need to check out right now is I had quite the crew going over to Oskaloosa yesterday. We had several stops to make, and one of those was at Diggs Rod Shop in Oskaloosa. You know, I took Neil, I took my wife Stacy, and we were talking how when you go to Oskaloosa, let me bring my ugly face back up for you to look at. When you go to Oskaloosa, when you go from Sigourney to Oskaloosa, you know, on the right-hand side of the highway, you always see Diggs Rod Shop. It's down to the right. And I don't know, have you ever stopped in there? I'd never stopped in there, but I was invited to stop in and check out some of the cool vehicles because they're hot rods. They're working on some cool vehicles in there, and got invited to check out this one special truck. And I asked my buddy Neil. I was like, Neil, you're a car guy. You know more about cars than I do because I know nothing. I know next to nothing about cars. So I brought Neil with me. I let him do this interview. So let's go to it. Here's Neil Crott talking to Craig Fawcett at Diggs Rod Shop in Oskaloosa. And they got something special going on. Hey, Steve, here on Steve Shuttler Media, hanging out at Diggs Rod Shop just outside of Oskaloosa. We've got Neil Crott with us, and, you know, Neil's more of a car guy than I am. So, Neil, it's all yours. Take it away and talk to Craig Fawcett here at Diggs.
Thanks, Steve. So, yes, again, Diggs Rod Shop, and been myself by this place hundreds of times. Always wondered the backstory and what you guys really did here, and it's more than just a little thing going on, and we're going to get to the big stuff, but
it is.
Just a brief history of how you got here and
you know, most car guys work, make it a hobby, and over the years it just turned into a business is what it ended up doing. So there was a market for it. I knew that. My son Alan, who is my partner, we just started focusing on the cars, and one thing literally led to another, and now there's 15,000 square feet of hot rod shop in Oskaloosa. So
and that's just it. Walking around here with you earlier, I mean, you've got a great facility.
Thank you.
And again, people going by wouldn't have a clue what's going on. You're not your typical repair shop, body shop, things like that. You're focusing more on hot rods.
Literally, hot rods. This is what I grew up doing, you know. And these vehicles are, you know, guys that are, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. This is what we drove back in the day. So I learned to work on these. Well, as you know, time progresses and more of the technology gets out there, these get left behind. And not only that, but hot rods and street rods and things like that, they're just one of the icons in America.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, guys love hot rods, and so I knew there was a market for it, and so this is all we work on here is hot rods.
That's super cool. It really is. And I think we could do the rest of it on this one particular truck. But speaking of this truck, you've been to shows.
Yes.
Specifically with this one. And where was that one at? Good Guys?
That was Good Guys, and we debuted this truck this last spring in Nashville, Tennessee, or the National Nationals, which was in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Okay.
And we took the truck down there, and first time we'd ever even had it out and showed it, and we received an Iron Builder of the Year finalist award through Good Guys with that, which I was blown away. You know, built a lot of cars and never really put something out there to show. And all of a sudden, when we put this one out here, and again, I would tell you, Alan's my mastermind behind all this stuff, because he's the one that pushed us into this direction. And so when we debuted it, it was bam. We get this really awesome award for it.
It's got to be that amazing feeling to be recognized
Yes.
once and for all.
Yes.
More than just
Yes.
coming out here in the morning and seeing what you've built.
Right.
You're getting recognized on a bigger platform.
Yes.
And so let's tell everybody, I'm going to let you tell everybody about this specific truck
Okay.
and its future here next month.
Well, this started as a 1952, just a farm truck. We bought it down in Missouri, brought it home, and just through the phases that we built this truck, we started off with an Art Morrison chassis, which most of the hot rod guys out there knew who Art Morrison is. That's just a very reputable chassis builder. and Blueprint engines, which this is a 427 cubic inch stroke LS fuel injected engine, sits at 640 horsepower is what this one is, and so it's no slouch. And then with that said, all the metal work and all the body work, all the engine work that we have done in this shop is here. From the wiring to the upholstery to the glass and the reassembly, everything. It's all done right here. Yep, all in-house.
That's huge for any shop of any caliber to talk about. But from that point, and going to the good guys, you've got a little bit bigger fish to fry out there. And for the car enthusiasts or guys that are in restorations, even just like watching the shows, wishing they could do it, they've heard one name and they know. They know that it's the big time. And where are you going next January?
Barrett-Jackson. That's where this truck is going. It was our full intentions to build this truck for sale. Okay, so when we debuted it, and we were just getting award after award after award. We even went to the Shindig in Kansas City. It's called the C10 Shindig. And there's a little over 500 trucks, just GM trucks there. And we got a Crown of Kings there, which they only picked 10. And out of all those trucks, and we received that award. So we knew that this truck was going to be awesome. We were going to sell it, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. And when we were going to sell it was the big question. So we have now been in contact with Barrett-Jackson, and the truck is logged. So if you go to Barrett-Jackson's website, it's lot number 1302. So you can just punch that in and you'll see the truck. And so it's headed to Scottsdale in January of 2024. And not only that, but it'll be sold on Saturday, which is
the
prime time. It's the big time, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and again, like with Barrett-Jackson, again, those that know anything about it, not just anybody gets to this. You can't just build an amazing. Not that can't happen. You can't just build an amazing vehicle and just pull in there and think you're getting on. That stage.
You're absolutely right. I had to fill out forms.
Right.
I had to literally write an essay about this truck.
Oh.
And I'm not a writer, but I had to give it to them in paragraph form and give them the details of what we have in this. And
wow.
Once I submitted that, they got back to us right away, and they said they wanted this truck at that option.
That's amazing.
So we were excited about that. There's a lot of automobiles that sell at the Barrett-Jackson auction. However, to get the Friday or Saturday spots, I'm really
like you said, that's prime time.
That's prime time, and so most hot rod guys are going to be watching Barrett-Jackson just to see what's going on in the market and what's selling and who's buying what, and we're going to be there in January.
And how cool is it, to know that watching that show, and this is sitting in Southeast Iowa.
Yeah, right out of Austin.
And exactly. And again, driving by, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
And the caliber of your guys' work is amazing.
Thank you.
Just walking around. And this is the biggest one. You've got another one behind us that's amazing looking truck.
It's almost a twin, just different colors, and just same power plant, same chassis, different wheels, different color, different interior. However, that one received a top 10 in Des Moines at the Good Guys show this last year. And this is kind of my pride and joy truck right here. They walked right past this one in Des Moines. Yeah,
really?
They went right to that one right there. So they can only give 10 of those awards, and so I wasn't disappointed in any way.
Well, sure.
That we built that one too.
Sure.
So,
and then your son Alan is pretty much your main guy here.
He is.
But you've got other employees here.
Yes.
You're not just doing this on nights for yourself.
No. We have a fabrication department. We have an upholstery department. Obviously, body and paint. You see that in the background. Right here where this one's at. This is disassembly and reassembly. We have an area where we do maintenance on these vehicles also. So, hot rod guys that, they don't want to work on their own hot rod anymore. And they need a place to take it because of the old technology. It's kind of been lost in the shuffle. Well, they can bring that here too. I mean, we've done repair work, rewires, just general maintenance on a hot rod too. It's required, and we do that here also.
That's great. Well, so again, for those that remember, I'll just open the door.
Here, we can open the door. We can check it out.
But again, so when is it? January. What's the date of that?
January 20th through the 28th.
Yeah, and you're going to on the. Okay.
We're going to be on the 27th,
Yep.
which is Saturday, and
Yeah,
Which,
that's huge.
You know, I was hoping for Friday night. If we could just at least get in
Sure.
Friday night, would be good. But if it was Saturday, that would be awesome. And so they're putting us in Saturday, and it's just an honor to be there.
Yeah.
It really
Well,
is.
and we want to thank you for letting us come by today.
No problem.
And spread the word that you're here. You know, this is a hot rod shop, and it's definitely up and running full steam ahead. And so yeah.
Let's pop the hood. Let's take a
Oh,
look.
there you
Can we
go.
look under the hood?
Yeah, I mean, we can. I was telling you guys earlier when COVID hit, we couldn't hardly get anything. We had to produce that that was on the truck itself. And even this engine cover, we fabricated that here too. So the firewall, that's our firewall. We pushed that back, and so literally we make them tall too. So if you ever want to put a supercharger on it, there's room for the supercharger.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. And which is what's underneath this plastic right here. If you look at the background, that's another Art Morrison chassis. That's a 48.5 window, and that's 840 horsepower sitting underneath that plastic that we're getting ready to go another. So
That's fantastic. Well, again, thank you for letting us come over here, and hopefully we'll buy in the future to see
you
some more
bet. Stop
builds.
by anytime. You know.
Absolutely. Just east of Oskaloosa.
Yep.
Diggs Rod Shop. And yeah, I don't know. I just appreciate being here again. Like I said, the car enthusiasts out there, tune in January.
Well, we're glad to be here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, thank
right.
you very much. And we won't even talk about your nickname.
Not very many people know that.
Again, we're at Diggs Rod Shop just outside of Oskaloosa. Thanks for your time. All righty, so pretty cool thing there yesterday that we got to do, hanging out at Diggs. So best of luck to them coming up in Arizona in January. So hopefully we'll get an update and see how things go there for Diggs. Again, thanks to Craig for letting us hang out. Neil was in heaven. See, he's a car guy. He gets that stuff. So I gladly sat behind the camera on that one yesterday. So thanks to my buddy Neil Crott for conducting that interview. Thanks to Diggs for letting us hang out. Hey, I want to say good morning to some folks in the comments today. We've got Katie, we've got Kurt and Kathy, Susan, Amber, Melissa, Sherry, Sue, Kay, Keith, Jennifer, Nick, Nina, Tamara, Jan, Deb, Nancy, Cindy, a bunch of you hanging out with me this morning. So thank you for tuning in to the Morning Wake Up. Let's go ahead and do some of our normal stuff. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Birthdays today. Hall of Fame baseball player Johnny Bench. I remember seeing him on commercials back in the 80s as well. Johnny Bench for the Cincinnati Reds, turning 76 years old today. Actor James Keach, turning 76. We've got country singer Gary Morris. He turns 75. Singer-songwriter actor Tom Waits is 74. Larry Bird, not Larry Bird from Sigourney, but Larry Bird from the Celtics, the Boston Celtics, a basketball player and coach, 67 for Larry Bird. Announcer Ed Hall from Jay Leno Tonight Show, 65 years old for Ed Hall. C. Thomas Howell, a guy from Red Dawn and several movies back in the day, 57 years old. Football player Terrell Owens, 50 years old. Wrestler, WWE, AEW wrestler Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, whatever you want to call him, 38 years old today. On this day in history, it was today back in 1836, Martin Van Buren was elected the 8th President of the United States. It was on this date back in 1941, a very somber day in 1941 as Japan attacked Pearl Harbor and World War II for the United States began. That was Sunday, December 7th, 1941. 6 Japanese carriers launched a wave of 181 planes that attacked Pearl Harbor. 2,280 American servicemen, 68 civilians, all dead, over 1,100 wounded on this date in history with Pearl Harbor. 1961, June Carter, Johnny Cash appearing in concert together for the very first time. That was in Dallas. It was on this date, 1967, Otis Redding recorded Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, and then died 4 days later. Did you know that? I had no idea on that. Otis Redding, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, 1967. And a very important thing happened on this date. In 1973, the banana eating world record was set at 17 bananas in 2 minutes. Can you imagine eating 17 bananas in 2 minutes? That was 1973. 1982, on this date, Texas switched from the electric chair to lethal injection. So, yeah, that's interesting stuff. Neil, yeah, he did fire it up for us. I was impressed. I was like, they brought the truck in, and I was just clapping for them at Diggs Rod Shop. Let's see here. Today is Today is National Slime Day. What does that mean? I don't know. I just had a flashback in my mind when I was a kid, and I grew up in the 70s, born in the 70s, grew up in the 70s and 80s. But you remember that green slime that came in like the little plastic container? What was that stuff called? Like it was green slime, and you could just, it was weird. Anybody remember that, or is that just me? Today's National Slime Day. It's National Illinois Day. It's International Civil Aviation Day. It's National Cotton Candy Day. And, of course, it's Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. So those days being celebrated and commemorated today. Things you need to know or not know. As you may have seen in your social media news feeds, Norman Lear, the creator of All in the Family, died yesterday at the age of 101. Time magazine named Taylor Swift their Person of the Year for 2023. Love you, T-Swizzy. Taylor Swift, Person of the Year. Let's see here. MMA fighter Conor McGregor hinting that he might run for president of Ireland. Marty Hard 2025. We'll see if Conor McGregor becomes the Irish president. A new study suggests that what you eat has a major effect on whether or not you get Alzheimer's. Okay? Maybe they should let us know. They probably have. Let's see here. The World Health Organization says that 2.6 million people a year die from drinking alcohol, while more than 8 million people die from having an unhealthy diet. The World Health Organization, the WHO, their solution, they're saying a serious alcohol and sugary drink tax. So they want to tax alcohol and basically, like pop, soda, drinks with sugar in them, maybe tax them more to discourage people from drinking that. So we'll see if that happens. Let's see here. Doomsday. A doomsday community in the Black Hills area of South Dakota preparing for, quote unquote, when all hell breaks loose. They're looking for people to join them to live in a former Army base and its 575 bunkers, which can reportedly fit up to 10,000 people. Who wants to join? Who's going? I will go when the first zombie is reported. I'll be heading for the hills. Black Hills, that is. Let's see here. If you're a fan of Rotten Tomatoes, and if you're a fan of Willy Wonka, listen up. The movie review site, who can get people excited about a movie or not so excited about a movie. Here's some numbers from over the years for the Wonka franchise. Now, the original back in 1971, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, came out with Gene Wilder. It got a 91 review on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in 2005 came in with 83%. Now, the new Wonka with Timothy Chalamet comes out Christmas Day, got just an 80% by several critics who have seen a preview of the movie. So I don't know. We'll see how the newest Wonka chocolate movie does in theaters. Some good news. Both Redfin and Zillow are both predicting that 2024 will be a better year for home buyers. We'll see if that happens or not. And then also, a company has used AI to recreate Jimmy Stewart's voice to narrate something called It's a Wonderful Sleep Story. Jimmy Stewart. I don't do a good Jimmy Stewart, so I won't. But it's for a sleep app called Calm. So if you want to hear Jimmy Stewart reading you a story to sleep, that will soon be available. The Stewart family has actually given their consent to this. Hollywood not so happy about it, but Jimmy Stewart's voice is going to be out there. Let's do today's impossible question. Today's impossible question. You can double your memory capacity by doing this. I don't know if this is proven or not. They might just be making up today's impossible question. Again, you can double your memory capacity by doing this. They say sleeping with an infuser or other essential oils. Double your memory capacity? Do they have scientific proof of this? Do they have any proof of this? I don't know. I can't. We tried one of those things that sprays the stuff up into the air in our room, and it is too much for me. It's too smelly. Let's see here. In the comments, Flarp. Is that what that green stuff is called, Alan? Flarp? You took it out of the jar, and it's just... I can't even remember the point to the green slime. What was the point of that, Alan? What could you do with Flarp? Could you mold it and, shape it? Or was it just gross and felt slimy? I don't know. Good morning to you, Josh. Let's do some weird stuff.
That is weird.
In some weird news, a California cabin owner arrived at the property to find a deer statue was damaged. And the owner checked security camera footage to reveal the culprit was a buck who had some romance in mind. So again, you have a deer statue and you have a buck. That was, so the woman, the owner, said the deer statue's legs were broken when she returned to the cabin later and checked the footage again, seeing that the deer, the buck, had returned and was looking for another tryst, shall we say, with the statue, resulted in the statue and the buck both falling over, the legs of the statue breaking. So, oh boy, that kind of makes me glad that the buck deer that I did video of last week ran away. I'm glad he wasn't in that same state of mind. Could have gotten really interesting. And that video could have gone even more bonkers. In some other news, a Texas woman had an early holiday surprise when she found a possum, an opossum, hiding in the branches of her Christmas tree. You can look for that video online. We were just talking about possums yesterday, how much Neil Crott likes possums. Let's see here. Let's talk about tigers. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. A Siberian tiger attacked and killed a 76-year-old Russian retiree. A 76-year-old Russian after the man had pursued the big cat into the woods. Note to self, don't follow a tiger into the woods. Duh. The incident occurred near the village of Obor in Russia. It's in the remote, the remote Khabarovsk region. When the tiger crushed the retiree's pet dog, prompting him to track the predator for a considerable distance. Upon encountering the tiger in the forest, it perceived the man as a threat, of course, and fatally attacked him. So the tiger not only got the guy's dog, but it got the guy. Let's see here. Let me go through my stuff here quick. How we all doing in the comments? Have I put y'all to sleep this morning? Some good news out of Detroit. That's rare. Partnership to reduce Detroit crime is being praised, with the city on pace for the fewest homicides in 60 years. So, yeah, good job to you, Detroit, on that. Let's wrap this up. Let's do a moment of duh. I mean, that one story was kind of a duh. This is the real moment of duh. Yeah. How do you say gondola? Is that how you say it? Gondola? 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 Somebody tell me in the comments. Gondola or gondola? I'm just going to say gondola. So if that's wrong, so be it. Oh, thanks, Mary. That was nice of you. Let's see here. A group of Chinese tourists fell into a murky, cold canal in Venice when the gondola in which they were traveling capsized after they failed to heed an order to stop taking selfies and sit down. Weren't we talking about this last week? About the dangers of taking selfies while on vacation? Of course, they capsized. They fell into the water. Let's see here. According to reports, the group from China... I'm looking at your comment, Neil. Tamara, gondola. Whatever the thing is called. According to reports, the group from China had been shifting around that gondola thing and taking selfies with the backdrop of the Lagoon City's famous sites when the incident, which was captured on video and has been shared widely online, happened. So you might want to look that up. Look for Venice Chinese tourists. Google that and see what happens. All right, so that about does it for today. Let's see here. Again, our weather for today looking beautiful. Let me hit refresh. Let's see here. Hitting refresh on the forecast today. Humidity right now is at 82%. Wind speeds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Barometric pressure at 29.83 and currently 38 degrees here in southeast Iowa. Your weather always brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa. And our morning wake up always brought to us by our good friends at Ottumwa Coasters. Like and follow them on Facebook. All right, that does it. Once again, a reminder. Let's see here. Coming up later on this morning, we'll have our In Remembrance Of video. That goes up at 8. At 10 a.m. this morning, the Sigourney Public Library video with Miss Amanda. We'll have that on. Coming up at 4 o'clock this afternoon, Mahaska County Conservation, The Great Outdoors with Laura DeCook. And then we'll have our weekly pet from the Heartland Humane Society later on this evening, as I'll be running down to Ottumwa to get that. And then we've also got that giveaway going on. Winner will be announced on Monday for the big Christmas giveaway that we're doing. And this is just the first of 3 Christmas giveaways we're going to be doing before Christmas. So again, scroll down to my news feed just a little bit. You'll find the post with a picture of 5 gift certificates, gift cards to a variety of businesses. So check that out. Like, share, comment. Again, like, share, comment, like, or maybe comment, like, and share, or share, comment, like. However you do it, just do the 3 things, and you'll be eligible to win those 5 gift cards and gift certificates from some of our sponsors, some of our area businesses here on Steve Shuttler Media. And again, don't fall for the scammers. The scammers invade the comments. It looks like me, but it's not me. If they ask you for your credit card information, do not ever give it to them. Ever. Never. Ever. I would never ask you for credit card information or anything like that. So don't ever fall for that stuff when I'm doing a giveaway here on Steve Shuttler Media. All right? Okay. So Do that, though. Like, share, comment, and maybe win. All right, that does it for our morning wake up. I hope you are awake. And otherwise, we'll be back here tomorrow morning to do it all again.